Okay. Okay. Yo, family, what's up? We back. Two a days. Two a days. You gotta love it. Two a days. You got to love it. You feel me? I don't have a lot of time. I do not have a lot of time. Y'all said the Bounty Fest was dropping at 10. Here I am. I don't see anything. No featured scout. Let me go to the character thingy. Nobody locked. Just these. Just these. It's Blackbeard. Y'all can't see, but it's Blackbeard. That's why I don't have yet. You feel me? Shit. Soul said reveal in 2 to 3 hours. Soul does not work at fucking Bandai. So how he gonna know? You feel me? That's the homie. He know that, but that nigga do not work at Bandai. How he know that? See, this the thing. This the thing I got. This the problem I got with a lot of the homies in the community. Cause y'all be talking about some, bro. The Bounty Fest is gonna drop tonight, bro. Make sure you tapped in because the Bounty Fest gonna drop tonight. We go get new units. Like there's gonna be an announcement at reset at what's it called at midnight. Here we are. What we doing? What we doing? I could look at the OPVR Twitter. I can't. I'm not logged into Twitter here. I gotta make a new Twitter account. Who's the next character joining the roster? Yeah, nothing. Like it's nothing on me. Like I don't even know. Yeah. Y'all have me piped up for what, bro? Like it's not. Yeah, ain't nothing. There's nothing here. Chat. What we talking about? I thought they usually drop these reveals in the morning. Yo, I would 3 more hours. 3 more hours. According to who? Why 3 hours? You feel me? I just feel like and this goes out to the entire y'all can clip this. Go ahead and clip this. You feel me? Tell him Himothy said it, right? If you don't know, then don't say. Real talk. If you don't know, then don't say. Now, clearly I'm part of the community. Clearly I'm somebody that people like to tune into and whatnot. You know, we got our own thing going on. Shout out to the family. So I'm tapped in to a certain extent. But and this is always a running theme, bro. I be in discords. I be in chats. I be on other streamers chats and stuff like that too. And y'all always talking about, bro, wait till reset. Bro, wait till league reset, bro. Wait till when CB normally resets. For me that's 10 p.m. So it's like, bro, just wait till 10 p.m., bro. They about to announce a new unit. Y'all see this every week. Whoo! Oh, I'm burnt. I'm burnt. I'm burnt. I'm burnt. I'm burnt out. I'm burnt out. Hold on. 1 second, chat. My fault. My fault. My fault. My fault. Wifey had called. Ho ho. Yo, shout out to Emmanuel for the $2 super chat. Fujitora and Green Bull only right options, just saying. Whether or not they're the right or the wrong options is besides my point. My point is that y'all had got me to come back on stream because y'all was talking about some new Bounty Fest tonight. New Bounty Fest tonight. And the bounty now y'all talking about some 3 hours from now. Who's giving y'all this information? Who telling y'all? Cause Tana P ain't tweeting. He ain't calling me or nothing. LP ain't tweeting. He ain't calling me or nothing. Bandai put out no statement, no nothing. Y'all just popping it. Y'all be popping it, and you going off of things that we experienced in the past, which is understandable because just us being humans, we go over our past history to avoid future mistakes. Sure. But my issue is, is y'all say this shit every fucking week. Every week. Every week. Thankfully, we actually have some posts. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. You see, and this is why this is why out of all, I'm not even gonna say that sounds crazy, but Mayo, I fuck with you and I fuck with you heavy for this reason and this reason only. Because out of everyone in the community, I feel like you're the one that holds me the most accountable. Because I did mention last week that we are going to be doing anime streams, and I didn't do an anime stream in the last 7 days. So, first and foremost, I apologize for that. Second of all, I already said it earlier, but I'm going to say it again. I'm going to go on a quick tangent. Emmanuel, I appreciate the $2 super chat. He did say Fuji and Greenbow the only right options. Just saying. I know I kind of went on a tangent right there because I again, like here I am streaming again because I thought we was gonna get new units and we didn't. But if you were to ask me, I did not expect, because I didn't know that the hints even dropped, right? And so for people to say Fuji and Greenbow, I was like, what? Like, bro, Fuji just got a buff. Greenbow's like a year old. For us to get new units of them is crazy, but it ultimately, like, I guess if we're talking in terms of the themes of the units that are dropping right now, that being Kizaru, personally, I would prefer for us to get the sword members. If we got Groose, if we had gotten Kujaku, if we had gotten Hibari, that would be fire. You feel me? Plus, we already have Kobe in the game. You know what I mean? That would be fire. If we're gonna stick to the narrative of Navy, then sure, I guess characters that are more modern, that are more in the game's terms, right? It would make sense. You're gonna be able to wait for 2 hours and 40 minutes for the reveal trailer. I literally have 10 minutes. I have 10 minutes. I have 10 more minutes. Actually, I have 7. I have 7 minutes. But that even might not read. And that's what I'm saying. So this is what I was talking about, bro. Like, listen. Again, clip this if you want to, bro. This goes out to the whole community. If you don't know, don't say. If you do not definitively know, then do not definitively say. Because some of y'all, and it's a beautiful thing, right? To where your communities trust you so much that they treat your word like gospel. And that's a beautiful thing. I feel like there's a couple of people in the chat that feel the same way when it comes to me. And that's wonderful. That's a beautiful thing. But if I don't know for certain, I ain't finna tell y'all. Like next week, if I pop up talking about, bro, like the next unit that's finna drop is gonna be a Kizaru counter, bro, I'm lying out my ass because I don't know, bro. Me and Tana P, we talk, but we not close like that. You feel me? To where he dropped the ball in terms of what we got going on. Soul has the timer on his screen, and more power to see and look, because I don't want you guys to think like I'm telling you guys straight up, like right now. Woo, dang. Hopefully that didn't hurt y'all ears. Hopefully that doesn't. Hopefully, what's it called? What I'm saying, what I'm about to say, I want you guys to really take and register in your head. All right, Soul and I are friends. Like we cool. You feel me? We talked. Not just on stream, not just me being on his chat, him being in my chat and stuff. We talk off stream and stuff like that too. He a cool guy. He a really cool guy. I consider him my friend. And one thing about him that I, not just as a friend, but as someone that indulges in this game as well, I appreciate is that he has I fuck with him the same reason, not the same exact reason, but the some of the reasons that I fuck with him is the same reasons as to why I fuck with someone like Robaxum, who I'm sure some of y'all know as well. They've been here since ground zero type shit. So they've been able to see like patterns and like just a lot of similarities in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't think that he's wrong in thinking like, oh yeah, nah, like it's gonna be like 2-3 hours, bro. If anyone has the credibility to say something like that, it's someone like Soul, it's someone like Robaxum, it's someone like shit. You know what I'm saying? Someone that's just that for a fact that's been playing the game for a long time. You know what I mean? So this ain't gonna be one of those things where I'm just saying, if you don't know for sure, don't say that shit, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm sure he respect me for saying that, but if you don't know for sure, don't say that shit. Don't be like, oh yeah, nah. 3 hours and then 3 hours hits and then we still waiting. You know what I mean? Because y'all was in the chat talking about, yeah, no. At 10 o'clock, West Coast time, Bro, we gonna get an announcement for new Bounty Fest. There is a pattern. There is a pattern. I can admit that. There tends to be patterns when it comes to new character drops. Like, I want to say it was when Kobe dropped. When Kobe dropped, right? Y'all was telling me, oh yeah, no, there's gonna be a live stream. It's a producer letter. I didn't know the difference between like a producer letter and like an actual live stream. To where the actual live streams, there tend to be EX drops associated with that. And when it comes to producer letters, we normally get Bounty Fest that drop with that. I didn't know that. So when they announced the producer letter, I was like, bro, they said there was gonna like it's just gonna be a what's it called? You know what I'm saying? And they was like, oh yeah, no, it's gonna be then we gonna get a new Bounty Fest. I'm like, what the fuck y'all talking about? They didn't say that. But then they end up introducing that anyway. And so I'm like, oh shit, like that's cool. You know, so there's patterns that people can pick up on, especially if you've been playing the game for a long time. Me, I've only been playing since 2023. Like the first EX I've ever gotten was Shanks. And I think that can actually let's see, because we can organize this by order received, right? And we'll go all the way to the bottom. We didn't have to do that. We can just flip the shit. I'm tripping. Hold on. Flip it. The first EX. So when y'all see the first EX, tell me to stop. I remember yes, because these are all the niggas that you normally get in the beginning. I came around this era. Parasparrow and fucking and Marco. Right? And then the first EX I got. When y'all see the first EX, y'all let me know. Ezo, I was so happy when I got Ezo, bro. The first EX that I had gotten was, I'm like 95% sure it was Shanks, bro. God Usopp, I had fun with him, for sure. Dang, I didn't get an EX for a while, but I pulled a lot, though. Film Red Luffy. Did I pass one already? Snake Man. I didn't pass any EXs already, did I? No, okay, I went too far. I had to have gone too far. Bro, ain't no way. Hold on. Y'all might be catching me in the lie right now. Hold on. Let me see. Any EXs here? No. Next. Any EXs here? No. Next. No. Next. Dang, I got Jack early. I got Jack in ulti early. I didn't know that. Next. I got Monster Charp. I feel like I didn't have him for a long time, though. Hold on. First and foremost, I got to boost to this guy because that's good support. I can't even boost to him. Oh, my gosh. Manage y'all resources. For real. Hold on. That's crazy. Oh, hold on. Where were we? Oh, no. So this is the newest. So we got to go to the oldest, right? Damn, I got Monster Chopper early. I thought I got him way later. Do y'all see any EXs yet? Bro, cook with the resources? None. How I have Film Red Luffy and I don't have Shanks yet? Who was I using? I was probably using Parasparrow during this time, yeah. No, I was using Ezo. To climb, bro. I'm telling you, I was rank 1. I got rank 1 with Ezo for sure back then. I'm telling you, back then, getting rank 1 with a character was way easier, bro. No bullshit. Where's Ezo at? I used Ezo. Listen, and Mayo can vouch. I'm thinking off of the people that I know was in the beginning streams. Mayo can vouch. Blader can vouch. DSK can for sure vouch. I'm trying to think about the people that were like there in the beginning. Bro, listen. My medals were all over the place. My support was all over the place. I was just trying to have fun. No bullshit. Bro, where is Ezo? Do I not have... Yeah, Ezo. Look, I got rank 1... Oh, I didn't even get rank 1 Ezo. No way! Oh, chat. I know what we doing next season. Next season, we got to get rank 1 Ezo. Because how the fuck do I not have rank 1 Ezo? Oh, that is so crazy. Nah, chat. This is crazy. This is crazy. I don't have rank 1 Ezo. I was in Ezo fucking you. I was in Ezo fucking main, bro. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. I know for a fact though. Fucking God Usopp, rank 1 for sure. For sure. Listen, this guy was the guy. This was the only person saving me from the Film Red Shanks meta, bro. This was the only person saving me from the Film Red Shanks meta, bro. Y'all don't understand. When Film Red Shanks was going crazy, if you had God Usopp on your team, you was gonna be alright. You was gonna be alright. You was gonna be alright. But then, I'm trying to see who my first EX was. I'm sure it was Shanks, bro. So we haven't seen any yet. Whitebeard, Rayleigh, Jinbei. I got Jinbei that early? Bro, I feel like I'm not seeing any EXs at all. Ben Beckman. I have Ben Beckman. Did I pass Shanks already? Yeah. Shanks is right here. I got Shanks. I got Shanks after I got Kid. Oh, that's so. I wish they gave you dates on like when you first got them. That'd be so fire. I'm so sorry. I'm neglecting the chat. Let me look real quick. Let me look. Let me look. Let me look. Let me tap in with y'all real quick. Let me see. Let me see. Dark Star is credible too. Shout out to Dark Star. Dark Star says Shanks meta worse than Kizaru. Uh, Bro, I think to my knowledge, right? Buffs weren't as prominent back then, or at least as effective. And I think the mechanics of the game during the Shanks era do not compare to what they are today at all, bar none. And I think a lot of people can stamp that, right? For one, for two, I think that Film Red Shanks was the first time that we had a unit that not only had a state, but we couldn't target. So, and not only could we not target him, he had a TP skill. So it's like he's about to hit you, so you want to get to him first, but you can't because you can't even target him. And then he just across the map, bro, fucking 360 Kamusari. You feel me? Like it's crazy. So that was kind of new, to my understanding. And then we had Ben Beckman as well, who long range, you feel me, for one. And then for two, what's it called? The intimidation. Now we had things like that prior, right? I believe Perona had a similar effect to where you wouldn't be able to like use your skills and shit. But it was still like I don't know, nigga, it was Ben Beckman, nigga. Like bro, the Shanks meta, I ain't gonna lie, the Shanks meta wasn't this bad. It was bad, but it wasn't this bad. It was bad. It was bad for a bunch of different reasons. Only because, like, in this meta, yeah, Kizaru right now is, like, dominating. Kizaru right now, like, oh, my God. See, it's layered, too. I'm not trying to, like, stumble over my words here, right? Kizaru in himself is a very impressive unit that is very hard to deal with. On top of the fact that most people are playing crossplay right now. And listen, I don't care if you got fucking Verizon, Fios, or whatever, bro. The connection right now is buns. And so if you fight a Kizaru, bro, and he's using his normals, I've been streaming. So y'all can go back and watch the VODs, bro. It looks like a legit glitch. It looks like he's glitching when he's normaling, bro. I literally, like, the last match that I played before I got off stream, I screenshot it because I perfect dodged. And I still died. Y'all know I got a folder. So that's why I'm like, bro, I don't think that you can compare these two metas fairly, solely due to the fact that the mechanics of the game itself are very different compared to back then and now. You feel me? The Shanks meta was bad because it was fucking Shanks. Like, he himself was a problem. Not only is Kizaru a problem now, but the game itself has a lot of issues. You know what I'm saying? That's my personal opinion. But if they find a way to, balance everything out, I still wouldn't say that I don't know, bro. At this point, I do kind of feel like uh I don't know the exact word for it, but it's like I do feel like we kind of emphasize history a little bit because the film Red Shanks Meta was bad, but then Big Mom dropped and it wasn't that bad. You feel me? And then Albert dropped and it wasn't that bad. Zorro dropped and it wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? But the film Red Shanks Meta did last for a minute though. It lasted for a good fucking minute. It was a problem, you know? So I don't know. I don't know. Point being, point being, fuck my point, actually. Purple and green, that's the aim. Bandai squeezing us hard. Mayo, that Shanks meta was cancer. This Kizaru meta is AIDS. Both are really bad. It's basically the same. Emmanuel, I think you worded that perfectly. I think you worded that perfectly. They're both bad. They were both bad, bro. I'm not a fan of metas that see, honestly, in my opinion, the perfect meta that we were in, the perfect meta was when Lucci dropped. Because not only was Lucci super fucking good, he was someone that he could get dealt with still. It's like he elevated he the thing with Lucci, and I stand on this. I stand on this. I stand on this to this very fucking day. Not everyone Lucci is a very good character, but not everyone is good with Lucci. For sure. For sure. Lucci is a character that requires skill in order to really bring out the best of his abilities. I don't think that everyone has the capacity of being able to, maximize his potential. Not just in the sense of gameplay. I'm talking in the sense of setting up your support properly and setting up your medals properly. Because Lucci can last an entire game without dying if you do it right. Lucci can last an entire game without dying if you do it right. And most people do not know how to do it right. They're either too heavy in one aspect or they're too heavy in another. Or they kind of just neglect it and be like, oh, I finally got an EX, so it's vibes. You feel me? Like, and not only was he someone that was a force to be reckoned with, but he himself was his own counter. And you can kind of argue that with a lot of other characters as well, too. Garp, for example. Kuzan, for example. Yamato, for example. Shit, even Kuzan. Not Kuzan, Kizaru. You can argue that as well, too. But there was just something about Lucci that made the meta seem good. Like, it overall, you had to have a high level of skill as a player in order to play Lucci properly. And I think as a result, a lot of people, and not just to play Lucci, but to play against a good Lucci. And as a result, it uplifted like a majority of people's gameplay. And so the meta in itself was good. You feel me? That's my opinion, though. That's my opinion. Jib, I played during Shanks and Kizaru. Kizaru is by far way worse. That's an argument. I think there's like I mentioned earlier. I think there's a lot of different aspects that make the Kizaru meta a lot worse right now. How many EXs do you have? I have all except three. I have all of them except three. I showed y'all earlier. Kaido 2.0. I don't have Blackbeard. I don't have expensive Luffy, and I don't have Zephyr. I can go without Blackbeard. I can go without Zephyr. I need Luffy though. I need Luffy for real. Just spend 1 million quick fast. I'm trying to boost to everybody plus some. The film Red Shanks, Roger V1, Blackbeard and Kizaru metas go ban for toxicity. I wasn't here for Blackbeard. I wasn't even here for for Roger V1. I wasn't here for Roger V1. Roger was effective at killing Shanks. Akainus too. Red Uta too. Red Uta was a good counter. Prime Beard, who I personally used, was a 90 out of 100, but he was definitely an option. Shanks was comprehensible to the very least. Shanks' counters didn't come till later, though. Like, Red Uta didn't come till later. Big Mom didn't come till later. Albert didn't come till later. And even then, like, if we're talking about who was available at the time, there weren't really too many other characters besides, like, another Shanks. Even Roger V1, like, could he get the job done? Yeah. Was it easy? No. Because, mind you, this is before the buff. This is a whole different Roger, to my understanding. This is a whole different Roger that we're dealing with right now. So that's why I'm like, Kind of, yeah, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if I can agree with that. You know, but Red Uto definitely was a problem. There's no skill issue with Kizaru. You pastor cap. He's such a sad unit. You're capping, bro. Boost 4, Ezo. It should be easy to clean up those colored medals on Steam. Yeah. BB definitely was worse than Shanks. Up there with Kizaru. Same reason for both. Lack of units. Shanks had more usable units. Black. Again, I wasn't here for the Blackbeard shit, so I can't tell you, bro. I got lucky at the start with Blackbeard for 5 Rainbow Diamonds. Now, bro, how can you survive in this meta? I was just using Oni Usopp. I heard he was good. I tried him. I never really got good with him, so I stopped trying. But I heard he was good for a little bit. Roger V1, though, was toxic because if you had no Roger yourself, you were cooked. They had to make Oni units just to have a slim chance. You got rank 1 on Shanks too, right? Now, on Shanks, I'm pretty sure... I don't know how high I got on Shanks. Let me see. Green attacker. Shanks... Nah, not number 1. I think I got like 200 or something. 197. Yeah, 197. That's the highest I got with bro. I didn't do too well, but I did main him for a lot. I have a shit ton of his colored medals, so I played him a lot for a lot of seasons. Ben Beckman too. Ben Beckman, I'm pretty sure I got like a little higher. Oh, matter of fact, let me. Nigga, this is good. What? Hold on. Yeah, nah, that could be good support. I'll figure that out. Let me see. Ben Beckman, blue defender. 30. Nah, Roger definitely was bad, but units like Red Lucci and Dressrosa Zoro were still viable. I used to want Dressrosa Zoro so bad, and then I finally got him, but he was so out of meta, it didn't even matter. I used to use him until I switched to Dofi after Akainu. Shanks was above Roger, definitely. Thing was, back then, we didn't have good units to fight, but right now, even though we have OP units, Kizaru still fucks us. I never thought that there'd be a point in time where Garp was damn near useless. Because Garp right now, and mind you, bro, when did Garp drop? Back in like January, February? Bro, we thought that he was going to last forever, bro. And look at where we are right now. This is why I'm not too worried about Kizaru. Because whoever's coming next is going to bitch him. No bullshit. Kizaru normals are too fast. Blackbeard was so bad. 4 Blackbeards pummeled the Bounty Rush team on live stream. If you watched it back then, when they used to do viewer private matches and free matches. Kizaru too fast, but fast. I don't know what to say. Whoever made skill 1 is a terrorist. It's insane how he not only fucks us in his flag, but in our own damn flag. Yeah, now I'm telling it's so. I think Kuzan definitely set the precedence to where a lot of the gameplay is around the flags now. You know, you have people like Kuzan, and I mean, obviously you can go way back like Kaido, right? Kaido with his skill that attacks all of your treasure areas, but you have like the Kaidos, you have Whitebeards, obviously Kuzan, what's buddy name? Niji. Niji changes the treasure area, right, to a lightning one when he's capturing. And then you have Kizaru, who's able to attack if an enemy is in it. And it's like that's a very interesting way. That's a very interesting direction to take with the game in terms of like characters that are going to be able to dominate in a game, considering the nature of the game itself. You feel me? Like, we're supposed to be capturing the flag, and not just capturing, but securing, like keeping. It's very rare. I don't want to say very rare, but it's tough to see a flag at 150 nowadays, right? We got all these units, and that's something that we used to complain about a lot, right? Bro, like Bello Betty would be a wonderful defender, but she doesn't 150 the flag. Ben Beckman would be a wonderful defender, but he doesn't 150 the flag. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that shit don't even matter no more, bro. Because if you kicking it in the treasure area for too long, you might get cooked by someone like Kizaru. Or Niji could come, and then boom, now it's electrified. So you can kick it there if you want to, but you're going to get shocked. You know what I mean? I think this is so, and this is why, this is one of the reasons why I love the game. You feel me? Because, or not, yeah, I love the game for a plethora of reasons, but why I put a lot of respect on the developers' names because they're being very fucking innovative, bro. It's like, how much more crack could you get than Garb, right? I think that's what we were all thinking, and then boom, they hit us with Kizaru. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Like even with Shanks and the trait KO shit, that was game changing. Lucci with the Claude shit was kind of like, oh damn, like that's cool. They gave us dual units, you know, the nullify, the 1 HP trait, people with the 1 HP no matter what type shit. Like it's they're constantly being innovative, and it's like they're already about like what 6 years, 6.5 years in this shit, and they're still bringing very new, refreshing mechanics into the game that personally I don't mind. I initially one of the mechanics that they've introduced recently that I'm very interested in seeing them expand on, and let me see if I'm accurate in this with Sanji, right? I gotta see if this is what I think it is. Right? This one right here. This right here. Right here. It's when he uses his skill 2 and he brings up Zoro. When he brings up Zoro, the spawn character's HP is 333% of your max HP. I thought when I saw this initially, when I saw this, I didn't even see this initially. You feel me? I was just like, oh, okay, cool. But shout out to and hold on, because I'm about to pull up his YouTube right now. Honestly, if y'all can get in touch with him, tell bro to holler at me because I fuck with bro a lot. Uh, Van, hold on. I gotta remember what his fucking what his what's it called is. Van Wolfster. If y'all don't follow, bro, I need you guys to go follow this guy only because a lot of the posts that he be putting are very fucking informative, very fucking thought provoking. And he brought this idea to me to where it's like he had mentioned the fact that Sanji has this trait on his skill to where the spawn character has 333% of of your max HP. Is 333% of your max HP, right? And he was talking about how if we do get a Kizaru, how we saw in the anime Kizaru was able to spawn clones and shit. Those clones would have a similar mechanic to where the clones have 333% of your max HP. And in my head, I was like, bro, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that moving forward, I don't know if we'll see an example of someone else having clones and shit, but this seems like something that is like, possible. So there is that. Let me continue on. Let me continue on. I do gotta go soon. I do gotta go really soon, bro. How FTP like us to survive in this meta? You don't have to rob a bank, bro. It's not happening right now. The problem is Shanks was outplayable. His skills were at least dodgeable. Kizaru just instant transmissions like Goku and lags 15 servers at once. True Kizaru lags the shit out of my device. Yeah, that's true. Lucci's one of the most fun units ever. He is. If you know how to use him, bro, he is. The best meta was the 4th anniversary. The 4th anniversary, correct me if I'm wrong. 4th anniversary was Big Mom Zoro Kaido, right? That was the 4th anniversary. Big Mom Zoro Kaido. I'ma look to be sure. OPBR 4th anniversary. Yeah, Reida, Onigashima, Zoro. Yeah, it was Zoro. Zoro was for the fourth Annie. But who else dropped? Zoro, Kaido, right? Zoro, Kaido, Big Mom, right? What do you lose for? What do you use for Lucci? I'll show you. Honestly, the Lucci that I got has a lot to be desired. But this is the hold on, because I literally have a whole set for him, right here. Ideally, I run HP attack on him, and then I have a support where it's Zoan, attacker, etc., etc. I don't use him, so that's why I haven't really gotten to it yet. But this is what I have on him right now. It's nothing crazy. His HP is already all the way maxed, right? I need to max his attack for sure. And I think I have a little bit of crit on here by accident. So HP, 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 and then I think this is all attack, 18, 18, 14. So I have to throw more HP on here, and then I could probably do attack. I think if I do, because this is what, 18, 14 and 14 is 28. 28 plus 18 is 56. So I only need one more 14, right? So this, and then I can throw attack on the rest of these. Maybe I can keep this as 40 and then attack 18 and then another 18. So I need two more 18s and then I have them where I want them with a little bit of extra HP. Because 18 and 18 is 36. 36 times 2 is 72. So 18, 18, and I need another 18 here. And then another 18 attack here. And then this is what? Crit 3%. This is more HP, even though he recovers HP with his normals in the treasure area. And I believe this cools down his skill 2 when he caps. So it's not a bad set. It's not a bad set. It's not a bad set. I play on a very decent phone. It gives 60 FPS on fucking Fortnite on max settings. Bounty Rush is so optimized, nearing 6.5 years. True, I main Lucy. People say he's not broken, but you just haven't truly faced him in the treasure. I fought 3 Kizaros, max level in the treasure, just normals, but, well, I did die, though. It took a minute to KO me. Lucci, I'm telling you, Lucci can live an entire game if you set him up right. Real shit. What up, Ghost? Lucci is ass in runner form and also ass outside of treasure, but the normals are just too good. Yeah. Use Lucci with damage reduction set together with zone tags to survive. Red Uta released a month before Shanks Fred. Both were from red units. Rogers Kamusari, if aimed right, had enough damage to outdamage his 30% heal. What up, Mary Beck? I see you on Twitch. Shout out to Twitch. Shout out to the homies on Twitch, man. I appreciate y'all being over there holding me down. V2 Gear 5, it's not happening. V2 Gear 5 is not happening. Not for another year, bro. Not for another year. Kuzan Bitch Garp 2. Gear 5 V2 gonna have damage, gonna have dodge trait like Leo for sure. We just got a Luffy. I doubt we'll get another soon. Yeah, I doubt it, bro. I really doubt it. 100% Gear 5 next? Nah, it was balanced meta then. We're getting trailer of new Bounty Fest today. If tomorrow's the release, we should get the trailer today, right? See, I thought we were going to get it 50 minutes ago, but here we are. No trailer. It'll be released in a few hours. I'm not going to lie, definitely better having more HP. Harder to stay above 70% for the damage reduction. Kizaru do be ignoring defense, yes, but I still use his normals. Yes, but I still use it. His normals don't. With damage reduction set and zone tags, I have received 2-digit damage from Boost 3 Kizaru. Whew. Yeah, and only play Lucy as attacker. I was only one there. Oh, okay, cool. Well, still, shout out to Twitch still. A unit who switches between damage reduction and defense increase, just like how a character changes his elements and roles, such unit will survive both against Garp and Kizaru. Interesting. That's a very interesting take. What up, Briss? He said, yo, what's good? Marybeck said, no. W Metal said, low HP, high heals to 70%. You might have to explain that. I don't think I understand. When your HP is low, recovery makes it too good. Hmm. Yeah, but Afro Luffy released in May, gang. We will be here. People saying if it's too soon, but Hybrid Kaido released a year after Defender Kaido. Those are two different forms, though. Those are two different forms of Kaido, which is understandable. But like, we just got Gear 5. Well, not just got, but we have Gear 5, and y'all want to drop Gear 5 again, but like with different moves. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird. I don't think that'll happen. And that's why I was so iffy about the whole Fuji touring. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like Green Bull dropped a year ago. You feel me? I feel like Green Bull dropped like a year ago. That's why I'm kind of like, I don't know if we'll get Green Bull. Like, if we get a new Bounty Fest Green Bull, bro, like, what have we seen him do? Green Bull was a year and a half. It's, yeah, I mean, but I don't, like, we might get him in like his tree form, I guess. We'll get him in like his tree form, and then Fujitora, I don't know, like he drops more meteors or something. Like, I don't know. The new Gear 5 will most likely be mostly giant form and will have the move he performed against Lucy and Kizaru. I don't think we need, bro, a giant Gear 5. We don't, bro, honestly, we don't need no giant units, bro, because Dory and Broggy came and then they fucking went, bro. Dory and Brogy came and then they fucking went, bro. I think I know what the next Gear 5 unit is, but it's spoilers. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like I don't know. I don't know. My constant take has always been if we haven't seen it in the movie or in the anime, then it's not happening. You know? So that's why I'm not putting too much real estate on it. If you know what I mean, Fred. Yeah, I do. I do. That's why I'm like, yeah, if we haven't seen it in the anime or in the manga, then I'm not putting real estate in it. You feel me? Like, I don't think it's something that we should be looking forward to or something that we should throw all our chips in for, you know? Like like y'all talking about the Gorosei and shit. We haven't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we haven't seen enough. We haven't seen enough for us to really have that kind of narrative yet. Not yet, at least. Like a month from now, 2 months from now, probably. But right now, no. You know? And even then, I don't know. I don't think giant units are something that are needed in this game, personally. So that's why I'm not all that like. That's why I'm not all that like, eager and shit. But this was supposed to be this was supposed to be a 10-minute stream, a 15-minute stream. We're supposed to see the new units and then talk about it, but we're still here, and there's no new units. So I am gonna call it right now. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta call it because wifey in the room, she waiting for me. She been waiting for me for like the last 30 minutes and stuff like that. I can't keep my love waiting. You feel me? So I'm gonna call it. We already streamed a little bit earlier today. Maybe tomorrow when I get off of work, I can hop on here and we can talk a little bit. I might do some polls if they actually do drop a banner tomorrow. But I'm gonna keep you guys updated. You feel me? If you're part of the Discord, make sure. If you're not part of the Discord, I mean, if you are not part of the Discord, please make sure you join. I'll give you all the bat signal over there for one, and then for two, we can have some conversations between now and the next time I stream as well, just in terms of how y'all feeling, not just about the new units that are coming and your expectations, but about the current meta, because it seems that everyone has a grievance or two when it comes to this shit, which is very understandable. But I I've been playing for the last like 2 years, bro. We thought Shanks was gonna last forever. We thought Big Mom was gonna last, bro. We thought Big Mom was gonna last forever, bro. We thought Whitebeard was gonna last forever. We thought Dark Roger was gonna last forever. We thought like Shanks was gonna last forever. We thought Lucci, and just in recent history, we thought Garp was gonna last forever, but here we are. You know what I'm saying? So as bad as it is right now, this should just have you more hyped for who's coming next, and whatever else changes are going to be had by the developers in terms of like new traits that can be introduced. Remember, next month they announced it in the last live stream, bro. There's no new EX that's gonna be coming in the month of July. Instead, they will be doing balance adjustments. So whoever is gonna get buffed, that's gonna be our go-to. So look forward to that, and look forward to the next stream. But that is gonna be it for me tonight, man. We did a 2-a-day. We don't do too many of these, but I'm happy that I was able to get back on here and talk to y'all a little bit more. You feel me? Depending on where you guys are in the world. If it's nighttime for you guys, then have a good evening. If it's daytime for you, then good morning. And if it's the afternoon, then I hope you've had a wonderful day so far and you proceed to have a wonderful rest of your day, all right? I'm going to holler at you guys soon. Again, join the Discord, join the Discord, join the Discord, join the Discord if you are not part of it already. And I will talk to y'all there. But if not, then until next time, y'all, please, 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 please.